Okay, so we've gotten a ton of really interesting questions about dreams.
Yeah.
And today we're going to do a deep dive into dreams.
Yeah, dreams are
We'll
fascinating.
be exploring like why we dream,
All right.
what they could mean, and even how we could like use them.
Yeah.
So,
It's really interesting. We spend like a third of our lives asleep,
oh yeah.
and we spend a lot of that time dreaming,
Mm,
but we still don't really know why.
it's true.
It's kind of a mystery.
Yeah, it really is.
Why do we do it?
Like we close our eyes and our brain's like, all right, time for a movie.
Right.
But it's like a movie we didn't even write.
Exactly. And we don't even know what it's going to be about.
Yeah. What are these movies actually trying to tell us?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
There are so many different theories about why we dream.
Right.
Like, there's the activation synthesis theory that says that dreams are just our brains trying to make sense of, like, random brain activity.
So it's just like static on a TV screen.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
But then there's also the threat simulation theory.
Threat simulation.
Yeah, it says that dreams evolved to help us practice for, like, dangerous situations.
Like a fire drill.
Yeah, like a mental fire drill.
So like if I'm dreaming about being chased by a bear,
Right.
that could be my brain preparing me for like a stressful day at work.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's really fascinating.
It is.
There's no one right answer.
So it could be both.
Could be, yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about these different theories, but
Right.
what about dreams as like a window into our subconscious?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a real thing or is that just like...
Well, a lot of people think of Freud, but it's more than that. It's
Right.
like, imagine your mind is like an iceberg.
Yeah, okay.
The tip of the iceberg. That's
Yeah.
your conscious mind. All the thoughts and feelings you're aware of,
Okay.
but underneath the water,
Yeah.
that's your subconscious.
Right.
All this stuff that's hidden.
Right.
And dreams can be like a window into that.
So like those weird dream symbols?
It's three. Like if I dream about a snake,
Right.
what does that even mean?
It depends
On
you.
On me.
Yeah, what it means to you.
So there's no like dream dictionary?
Not really.
Okay.
It's all about personal interpretation.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So how about like different cultures?
Oh, yeah.
Do they all see dreams the same way?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Like in some Native American cultures,
Yeah.
dreams are seen as messages from the spirit world.
Wow.
And in some Chinese cultures,
Mm-hmm.
dreams are a way to connect with your ancestors.
That's so interesting.
It is.
So dreams can be spiritual too.
Definitely.
So we've been talking about kind of like the meaning of dreams.
Yeah.
But what about controlling them?
Oh, you mean lucid dreaming?
Yes. Is that like a real thing?
Yeah, it is.
It's like I can actually be aware that I'm dreaming
Well, if you're in the dream.
and like control it?
Yeah, you can kind of become the director of your own dream.
That's wild.
It is pretty wild.
So how does it even work? Well, it takes practice.
Well,
You have to train your mind to recognize when you're dreaming.
how do I do that?
Well, there are things that only happen in dreams,
Oh,
like impossible things.
like flying.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I'm flying, I know I'm dreaming,
Probably. Yeah.
and then I can like change the dream.
You can try. Yeah.
Okay, so is lucid dreaming just for fun, or can it like actually help people?
Well, it can definitely be fun,
Yeah.
but there's also some evidence that it can be therapeutic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like for people who have nightmares,
Oh, wow.
lucid dreaming can help them take control of those nightmares.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So it can be like a superpower.
Kinda, yeah.
All right, so we've talked about controlling dreams,
Mm-hmm.
but what about the connection between dreams and memory?
Oh, yeah.
Like, can dreams help us remember things?
That's a great question.
Is there like scientific research on that?
There is.
Okay.
Scientists think that when we sleep, our brains are busy processing memories,
Mm-hmm.
and that dreams might be part of that process.
So like if I have a dream about giving a presentation,
Right.
that could be my brain like practicing for a real presentation.
It's possible.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's like our brains never really stop working.
Even when we're asleep.
Even when we're asleep.
So we've talked about a lot of different aspects of dreams, but
Yeah.
what about nightmares?
Oh, yeah.
Why do we have them?
Well, they're not very fun,
No.
but they might actually be helpful. Well, some researchers think that nightmares are a way for us to process our fears and anxieties.
Oh, like a safe space to be scared?
Yeah, kind of.
So it's like my brain is giving me a chance to practice dealing with scary situations.
Exactly.
So even though nightmares are scary, they can actually be good for us.
In a way.
It's like exposure therapy.
Right.
Okay, so we've talked about why we have nightmares,
Mm-hmm.
but how do we understand them?
Well, people have been trying to understand dreams for centuries.
Yeah.
There are ancient dream dictionaries.
Really?
Yeah. People used to think dreams were like messages from the gods. Wow.
And then in the 20th century, Freud came along,
Mm-hmm.
and he had all these ideas about dreams being about our hidden desires.
Right.
So dream interpretation has changed a lot over time.
It sounds like we're still figuring it out.
Yeah, we are.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today,
We have.
but it feels like there's still so much more to learn about dreams.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Dreams are full of mystery.
they really are.
Who knows what we'll discover in the future?
Yeah, maybe we'll learn how to control our dreams even better.
Maybe.
Or even use them to, like, solve problems.
That would be amazing.
It would.
Well, it's been great talking about dreams.
Yeah, this has been fascinating.
Yeah, it's such an interesting topic.
It is. I think we've all learned a lot today.
I hope so.
So the next time you wake up from a dream,
Yeah.
think about what could mean.
Right.
Maybe it's trying to tell you something.
It could be.
So pay attention to your dreams.
Yeah,
You never know what you might discover.
that's true.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for having me.